In a world of predators, hunger, and constant danger, play sounds like a luxury. But prehistoric humans played constantly, and we can prove it. Play is not a modern invention, and it is not even uniquely human. Every intelligent social mammal plays, because play is how young brains learn. The simplest prehistoric games needed nothing at all, except a body and open ground. Children ran, chased, and raced each other across open ground every single day. Wrestling and playfighting taught body control, balance, and how to fall safely. Climbing trees and rocks built strength and taught children exactly where their limits were. Wherever there was water, children swam, splashed, and dived for fun. Hiding games worked anywhere there were rocks, trees, or tall grass to disappear into. But ancient humans also made toys, deliberately by hand. Small carved figures of animals and people have been found at prehistoric sites worldwide. Some were clearly ceremonial, but many were small, worn smooth, and simply handled a lot. Dolls were shaped from clay, bundled grass, wrapped hide, and knotted plant fiber. Balls were made from stuffed hide, tied bundles of grass, or simply a rounded stone. Most toys were made from wood, grass, and hide, which rot away completely. That means the toys we have found are only a tiny fraction of what existed. So archaeologists look for something else entirely, the traces children left behind. Some caves preserve the footprints of children, frozen in the soft ancient mud. Those tracks do not show a careful walk, they show running, skidding, and jumping. Children were sliding across wet cave floors thousands of years ago, exactly like children today. On soft cave walls, researchers have found finger tracings made by very small hands. Some of those lines were made by children too young to reach without being lifted up. Small handprints also appear among the painted hand stencils on cave walls. Children's fingerprints have even been found pressed into ancient clay objects. The most revealing evidence of all comes from piles of discarded stone tool fragments. Among expertly shaped tools, archaeologists find clumsy, failed attempts made by unskilled hands. Those clumsy pieces are the practice work of children learning by copying adults. Children copied everything adults did, turning every serious task into a game. Miniature spears and small bows were made specifically for children to use. Children threw those small spears at bundles of grass shaped like animals. Play hunting taught aim, patience, and coordination years before a real hunt mattered. Children also stalked each other in the grass, practicing silence and stillness as a game. Every one of those games was survival training, wrapped inside something that felt like fun. Adults played too, and one of the oldest game pieces on Earth proves it. The ankle bones of sheep and goats have 4 distinct sides and land unpredictably. That made them the world's first dice, thousands of years before dice were manufactured. These bones turn up at ancient sites across the world, worn smooth and often polished. Some were even drilled and marked, turning a discarded bone into a personal game piece. Pebbles, seeds, and shells were used for counting and guessing games on flat stones. Throwing contests, target games, and tests of strength worked as competition for everyone. Music was another form of play, and prehistoric flutes have survived to prove it. Clapping, stamping, and drumming turned any gathering into an evening of shared entertainment. Ancient rock art from around the world shows rows of figures caught mid-dance. Dancing was play, celebration, and ceremony all folded into one activity. Storytelling around the fire was its own kind of play, full of exaggeration and humor. Studies of modern hunter-gatherer groups show constant joking, teasing, and laughter between adults. That teasing had a real purpose, easing tension and stopping any one person dominating the group. Once dogs joined human camps, play expanded to include an entirely new species. Children and dogs wrestling and chasing each other became a scene repeated for thousands of years. Play was never wasted time. It was how an entire culture passed itself on. Through play, children learned to hunt, to cooperate, to negotiate, and to lose gracefully. A group whose children played well became a group whose adults worked well together. No prehistoric group could afford to treat play as unimportant. Materials have almost entirely rotted away, but the behavior never disappeared. Every game of tag, Every thrown ball and every rolled dice has a prehistoric ancestor. The oldest human toys were not built in workshops, they were carved beside a fire. For as long as there have been humans, there have been children inventing games. Play may be one of the oldest human behaviors, we still practice completely unchanged. Which prehistoric game would you have wanted to play? Tell us in the comments. If this changed how you picture prehistoric childhood, subscribe to Fossil to Fact.